action is already underway. The Moondogs jump Dazzler Hayes and Ricky Hutchins, Dave, right soon as they get in the ring.
Yeah, they didn't take but a moment. The Moondogs jumped them. There's that whistle, Richard Lee out here.
Well, Dave Brown, I'm going to send a message out, and I want to send out plain and clear. Jeff Jarrett, Sherry Lawler, keep an eye on what's going on, boys, because this is what's going to happen to you. Let my dogs get within 10 feet of either one of you punks, and I'm going to guarantee you, you're going to come out looking a lot worse than what these two young punks are going to do today. You cage an animal up, and you get him in a corner. He's a dangerous beast. I feel like the USWA is trying to cage us in a corner. They're not going to get away with it. They're going to stop to a right.
Well, there's the 1, 2, 3, Richard. Now, you guys have won. They get him out of here.
The Moondogs have won it. They took these young kids and they just threw them all the way around the area. They threw them out of the ring, down on the floor. They beat up Ricky Hutchins in the ring. They finally got a pin.
Look out over here, Dave. Here they come.
Moondog spots
him up. Watch him on that
him over the table. Meanwhile, Dazzler Hayes being beat by Spike.
He hit Ricky Hutchins. Yeah, boy. Did he nail that young guy? I tell you, they catch Dazzler with that chair. These guys, I tell you, it's bad for them to come out here. Richard, why don't you get him out of here? I'm telling you. Boy, that's hard to beat these guys like that. Turn that table over on Dazzler Hayes. Boy, this is hard the way they beat these young guys.
Once again, the Moondogs running wild out here.
Got that table running all back toward the wall.
Bell and dropping it.
Yeah, Eddie, come on.
Dropping it on top of Ricky Hutchins.
Yeah, Eddie, come on and get him out of here.
Poor Ricky Hutchins.
Boy, this is bad, I tell you.
Beaten up here, dropping the bell on him. Here's Eddie Marlin trying to get some order restored here. Ah, they got that chair. Oh, my goodness. Eddie, watch it.
Oh, boy. Nailed them again.
We had them out of here, but they're still going.
Going wild, Dave. I tell you, it's bad. Why don't you get them out of here, Richard? Get these guys out of here, would you? Get them out of here.
The Moondogs continuing to work on. They've got Dazzler Hayes lying on the floor over here. They just put the table on top of Ricky Hutchins.
Throwing shade at the referee.
There, finally.
Kevin, you better watch it. Get out of here.
Richard Lee takes them out of here. I hope he's pointing. He's telling them to get out of here. Eddie Marlin is there kind of watching these two young guys. Yeah, come on. No, they don't want to leave. Blow that whistle. Get them out of here. We'll take a break and be back. Well, everywhere they go, the Moondogs leave a trail of destruction. But after Kennett, Missouri, can you imagine them going against this team, Jerry Lawler and Jeff Jarrett? Here they are. Well, here they are right now. They don't look too happy because they got one of the young men who was beat up by the Moondogs. They've got Ricky Hutchins with them. And, boy, they dropped that big bell on him and a little bit of everything out here. Ricky, I know you're not feeling well.
Here on this young man's back right here. I just want you to see if you can zoom right in on here. Now, Moondogs, take a look at your little handiwork there, boys. That makes you real tough, doesn't it? How that makes you real tough to beat up a young guy like this who's just trying to get started, probably hadn't had more than 8 or 10 matches, and you guys come out here and want to do something like that to him? Well, let me tell you something, boys. Thank you, Ricky. I appreciate it, pal. But I promise you this. I'll promise you this, Moondogs. You know, you have had a lot of matches since you came into USWA, and you've been pretty tough. I just was telling Jeff back there as we watched that monitor. I said those Moondogs look like the Terminator. No matter what you hit them with, they just keep coming at you. They just keep walking. They just keep standing somehow. Well, let me tell you something. Up until now, that has been the case. You have been able to walk away from each and every one of your matches. But this week, it's going to be different because you're against Jeff Jarrett and you're against the King now, boys. And you're not going to walk away from this one. I promise you that. You look all down through the history books. You look up the pictures there in the history books, and all down through time, the kings have ruled the countries, and the dogs have laid at their feet. Well, this week, the King rules, baby, and you're going to be laid at my feet, and that is a promise. Is that right? Take a look at the stitches and the cuts on his face.
That's exactly right, Moondogs. I look just a little bit like Ricky, and I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah, I knew when I got into wrestling, it wasn't going to be a cakewalk. I was going to have some stitches and some bumps and bruises, and that's all right. Well, boys, we ain't got to worry about Richard Lee because Robert Fuller's going to beat him like the stinking no-good, nothing happening guy I've ever seen. Now, Moondogs, you think Kennett, Missouri was something? Well, you wait till match time because you ain't seen nothing yet. And like Jerry said, you ain't walking away from this one.
I want to just say one thing in closing. Last night, Kennett, Missouri, the match was Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller against the Moondogs. But Richard Lee, you were the first one to stick your nose in where it didn't belong. So don't come around claiming it was the King. Yeah, I stuck my nose in, but it belonged, and it's going to be there for a long time. And I promise you this, like Jeff said, last night in Kennett, Missouri, last night all over that building, last night everything that was bouncing and busted off your stinking head was just the beginning. It's going to all come to a head this Monday night in the Mid-South Coliseum, brother, because then, and only then, are you going to know what it's like when you face Jeff Jarrett and the King from the opening bell. And I promise you this, as I said, you ain't going to walk away from this one, boys.
Get ready. It's coming up this week. Back in a moment.